would certainly like it, but this gentleman is still available, and the Nautilus will be locked in here for Griffin.
I guess that actually is, yeah, Afreeca are definitely getting the better end of this, but a Talon does benefit from this a little bit more than other champions normally would. And because Dragon is going to be coming up next, and Keen is going to be absolutely massive.
Yeah, that's 610 gold as he picks up the last plate that Afreeca picked up with a first of their own on the bottom side.
Well, Chovy going to come in here. Looks like he was looking for a red buff. It definitely is, and with so many of these champions on the side of Griffin just being so much weaker at this stage of the game.
Oh, the kick flash comes out. Chovy uses the Q to close distance. Requiem comes in though, and it's going to be enough. That's First Blood going over to the Carthus with some real interactive gameplay.
That was truly impressive. What happened there is Tarzan, he looked down at his keyboard, he found
the Wall of Pain. That would be great. Oh yeah, is it? Yeah, that's cool.
You like that?
And then we might have some more action here on the map. Is okay. Afreeca Freecs have gone for it. Lahens goes golden at exactly the right time, however. And we're not going to find anything. Depth Charge gets a lot of work done as Sword. Trying to dive through here. Viper into the backline. The Requiem's going to come down as aiming. Not able to time his stopwatch that well. The Requiem doesn't get a lot of joy as Chovy off on the backside. Senin not going to fall just yet as Dread's actually able to pick up the kill on the Kai'Sa. Okay, now it's Yukal's re-engage time. Puts up the wall. Lahens one more would have done it. He's not going to find it though. Tarzan able to take down the Gargoyle, but now Griffin are all spread, trying to get out of here as Chovy turns up. Keen doesn't land the Shock Blast, and Yukal the only one. That's what happens. You get bored, it's the lull state, and you're like, well, I'm just going to look really smart right now. As Lands, he doesn't. He's going to be going down as Aiming picks up that kill. Golden is Dread. That's going to keep him alive as Tarzan tagged, and Yukal flashes for it. Heroic entrance comes down. Yukal's going to go into his Zhonya's. And Viper going for the 1v1, not going to find it, but not going to. But Senin can tank this one for days. Sword not going to be able to help steal this because Dread is in that pit, has the smite, and that's a free Baron going over to the Afreeca Freecs. Just, I don't know, it's pretty obvious that he's a chicken gargoyle. As our Dread, it's pretty obvious that he's getting encaptured by Griffin, easily able to pick that one up. Not entirely sure what the Lee Sin was doing in a side lane.
Well, Keen is keen on getting this top tier 2 turret. I don't think that Sword should be able to stop him from eventually getting it.
Yeah, Keen's got a lot of items now as well.
Griffin with the real victory here.
Oh, here we go, yeah. But this is actually a Cloud Drake though.
Second.
Yeah, so it's the second one, so real Cloud Drake before we went into that Baron fight. Of course, as you can see already, about a 2.5k Baron power play, only extended as that outer turret falls down.
And Aatrox able to pick up the turret. They're in top. They're using the Ezreal teleport. They want to raise this bottom tier 2 turret as well. That'll extend the gold lead to almost 5,000 gold, but not quite. They should be able to reward themselves here with a blue buff, though. Teleport coming in deep.
That is a really deep teleport.
That's
from
a Leroy.
Sword. Yeah, he goes over.
Here it comes.
The ward as well, so Afreeca Freecs, they know what's going on here. True Shot Barrage, so much damage, and the kickback gets Sword out of this battle until they want to take him down. He's in a 4 versus 1 scenario. Yukal also having to deal with a 1 versus 3, but the Afreeca Freecs, they just switched it on before Griffin even had time to. And now Keen has found Tarzan, he's found Chovy, he's found Viper, and you thought that 1 versus 3 is generally a bad thing. That is going to be a Requiem utilized, and mostly out of tilt by the looks of things from Tarzan.
I think that whole fight was out of tilt. That was the most Leroy Jenkins, even though Taliyah was in lethal range. She had Zhonya's.
Well, Chovy going to have to dance over some of these walls. The rake comes down, but the Weaver's Wall is going to stop anything from happening.
Well, Tarzan's on a different patch too. He's going for the Rabadon's Death Cap with the needlessly large rod and the blasting one. Then I'll do you one better. Hold on, Alex.
Getting that siege working. Do have Keen here, so those shock blasts need to be respected. That tower just melted, and now Lahens not a lot of opportunities for him. Aftershock is going to go down. Keen gets that last auto attack. Chovy finds his way into the backline though. Viper, very, very low. World Ender doesn't get the reset, and the Afreeca Freecs have demolished this team fight, and that should be the game. Afreeca coming out of the gate so strong. Their match against Jinair was awful, but this one was beautiful. They picked all their comfort picks. They had a composition that didn't look like it was scaling, but they got the advantages that they needed, and they destroyed the Nexus. Congratulations, Afreeca Freecs. One of their first really good victories that we've seen in the last
Greatly reluctant fighters here. They weren't really skirmishing that much last game.
Now, Tarzan, were you even looking? There is the piggy there.
What are they? What's everyone doing? There is 4 human brains behind the play on our screen right now.
Well, there's also some brains behind this play also, and that's going to be first blood going over to Griffin. Lehens uses his whole health bar really nicely, but aiming also has a larger one. Oh, that Mystic shot was so incredibly close. Blade Caller comes in, and Viper and Lehens are able to get out. First blood going down. Just in the 2v2 is now Keen, caught on the top side. Things are gone from bad to worse, but no! He's able to...
20 to 30%, I thought.
It's not super huge. We're going to see a hook shot, though, as Keen discovers that Tarzan is waiting in this brush. Brilliant dodge of the knock-up there as Dread takes the long way round. UCal's going to teleport in as well. They want to guarantee this as Chovy is going to turn up. All the flashes are now going down. It's 2 kills, 1 on each side, but now Keen wants more. Not going to find it as Sword blocks that one up. 3-1 now is the kill score, and Griffin finally drawing blood in the early game. It's what we've wanted to see for a long time.
Yeah, and Griffin now, they're going to be able to convert this into turret plates. Dread? Oh, we got level 6 off the minions, okay.
Yeah, and finds the ultimate onto Sword. Sword dives in, just grabs the kill. It is going to be the trade. You'd say that's
ridiculous, honestly.
Well, Cloud Drake goes over to Griffin, but Afreeca Freecs can tank the Baron for a really long time. They've got all the shields coming out from UCal. As Tarzan and Dread are going to find one another. Chovy over the side here as Dread gets out, and he's into the waiting arms of Sword. And by waiting arms, I mean waiting hammer. He's going to park herself on the bottom side, put her face into this turret, and that is going to be claimed for Griffin. Aiming and set it, probably not going to get engaged on, but this is exactly what Griffin wants. They're not able to face check because they're not strong enough, and that is going to be very easily over to them. How's the rolling going? Real nice. Anyone can actually come over and pick that one up. Aiming very close to getting his Iceborne Gauntlet for those 2 items. As Senin in a heck of a lot of trouble. Goes golden. Aiming's going to be here. Dread also turns up. Senin survives. Now without a stopwatch to the next fight.
And so now they're just losing out on... It's interesting, they're taking their time.
Exec Ultimatum comes in. Keen's looking for it. Heroic Entrance comes down. There it is. He's going to be able to get the knock-up. Hookshot's going to be there, and Keen locks down the kill. It took a long time. I think he was trying to give it over to Aiming with the True Shot barrage, but slightly misplaced. Means that Griffin are able to take this Mountain Drake, but Afreeca are at least able to put a kill on the board.
They get a kill for themselves. And...
oh, ultimate comes down. It does there, but there's a cheeky little ward over that river. Allowing Afreeca to get some work done here as Viper. He's going to get taken down, and this is the play that you want to see.
The bottom lane continuing.
Just kicking the turret, man.
And look at the XP difference between swords, as well as the overall synergy inside of a straight-up team fight with all the items completed.
All right, here goes Lehens. He's flashed onto Aiming, who's going to be able to get out with that QSS. Sending down to half health as Tarzan gets the knock-up. Granted, Heroic Entrance does basically nothing as Keen gets into the backline. Griffin have smashed this team fight so far, but the True Shot barrage, such high value, and now it's Griffin on slivers of health. Keen just barely surviving, but gets himself the big shield. The Featherstorm finally utilized as now Aiming dives in. Decent snare comes down, but the hook shot is huge, and Chovy spotted from over this wall. The shields, the healing, and Afreeca Freecs are going to claw back the team fight.
And Afreeca are in the lead right now. That was one of the best chances.
One more auto. Aiming's going to get it. Doesn't even need it. Fine.
Very play.
Well, Tarzan is going to get here. It is most likely going to be a 50-50 unless Afreeca decide to turn.
Oh, they got him?
The ult is going to land onto Tarzan, and now Chovy gets himself into the Baron pit. The Baron's targeting the Akali as Keen gets out of his own ultimatum. In goes Chovy, goes Golden afterwards as well, as the Baron still getting a lot of work done, but is going to be top traded for mid, and Afreeca are still able to move back to this Baron. Sword down to half health. I don't know whether the health bars are in exactly the right position here, as Sennin's going to go down as an afterthought. Dread gets over, and now Griffin say thanks for the leash. Dread doesn't have flash, can't get over onto the Baron. It's a
Stay alive. But then, that gray lady, she eventually arrived.
Well, we're going to go straight back into some action here, as the heroic entrant is going to get one knockoff. Good ultimate lands from Dread, but aiming finds himself into a decent position in the backline. Meanwhile, elsewhere, it's Chovy. The assassination's aiming's dead as Sword dives on top of him. This game feels like it's just about over. Griffin have found the Baron. They were gifted it by the Afreeca Freecs, and it looks like game 3 is on the menu. Base broken, inhibitor down, and now minions gonna pile towards the Nexus turrets. The last thing standing between Griffin and a victory. Lahens once again diving forward as Rakan has been great starting off these fights so far today. Is Dread down very, very low. They've got so much damage availability on the Griffin side. Both turrets are dead. Keen's trying to get something done, but he's just gonna die. Black and white screen for the Afreeca Freecs, as they're gonna have to try and run it back in game number 3. Griffin strike back.
She says, but be home by 5:30. You look at the clock, it's 5:20.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, I just got something really good. Never mind.
All right, well, we got
the Afreeca Freecs as Dread moves over. He's swept this, knows that he's unseen. The Griffin have the lane in a really nice spot for them, able to stay on their side of the river. Now trying to push up. There's the flash taunt. They're going to be able to land it. The Cocoon comes in as well, and Dread just snaps up first blood super easy. It's all right.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, jungle is going to spot one another. Cocoon is going to save Dread, but the flash in. Repel going to be used, just buying time. Flashes over the wall, great knock-up comes in. Lahens is going to be out of...
Absolutely. It really is.
Absolutely. Meowkai and the Corky. Teleport and a long way away, no package. Yeah, not going to be able to get there to defend. So Afreeca Freecs, both Drakes, going over to them, 800 gold. Quite popular in China. There's a lot of like outdoor ping pong tables. They often have like parks and things like that.
Tier 1. Keen, not getting the Scuttle Crab, actually just walked right by its spawn.
Griffin should be able to take this without too much contest. That's easily done. Play.
Yeah,
this could be your chance to give me the play-by-play.
I'm going to tell you when the movie's in a lull state.
All right, all right.
Actually, you know what?
Look for it. True Shot Barrage only lands onto Sword. Still keeping this one leashed. Tarzan taking a lot of damage. Sennin dives in. Dread's going to steal away the Drake, but now can they steal the fight? Viper is going to grab the first kill to start this one off. Everyone going golden in the middle of this one as Sword gets the reset on the World Ender. Dread taking so much damage from that Blade Caller as Sword is buying so much time, so much space, but it's not enough. Aiming finally finds his moment, finds his opportunity. The Blade Caller again is huge as Chovy gets the flash, but Aiming still at full health. Tarzan running for the hills. When is that E going to be off cooldown? The Inspire comes in. Aiming does find the autos. The triple kill on this Ezreal. And he's even able to get in here to get some free autos on the inner turret as well. Afreeca may have just blown open this game.
Yeah, they...
Oh, we're going to force another Drake here as well.
You see that? You saw the strip.
To push here on this bottom side. Inner turret will be the 5th going down. As Sennin now down to half health. Rockets are some of the best adorable cat pictures all over his Twitter. Shout out to him as Lahens is going to find the grand entrance. Sennin going to get the Justice Punch there. Huge shields, but not huge enough. And that's just the pick-off onto the Galio. Sword now trying to turn this one around. Aiming is still very strong as Chovy trying to get in position. Speaking of in position, Sword, he is going to be able to have the revive. I believe that's his GA, though, as the World Ender wasn't actually able to be utilized. Does go down. And the Jace picks up the kill as well, flashes onto Chovy, who does have a lot of damage available. He does need to be careful as Dread takes down the jungler. Viper is still alive, Chovy's still alive.
Designed to wave clear or realistically fend off Baron all that well.
Not to mention the way they've been playing.
It's really going to hurt.
Yeah, last inner turret's going to go down as well, so Griffin trying to need a last-ditch effort on this team fight. Lahens in position, but is spotted out there by Keen. True Shot Barrage means that the Aatrox has to go back to the fountain, and that's just as the inhibitor goes down. Griffin, just no triggers to pull. I mean, I feel like they have to, but What are they going to do? What is the option here if they're going to have their front line just chunked out this whole time? And Griffin watch as their
Dragon, that's really weird. That's not in the story.
That's not how that one works. It didn't start raining, it started dragoning.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, it's raining for Griffin. They got the open Drake. So.
But they did manage to get this pick up onto Keen potentially, but no, the hero's entrance is going to come down. Keen's still very, very low, but no World Ender Joy is going to come in, and Keen had that stopwatch plus a gigantic Inspire Shield coming out of UCal. Afreeca did manage to get the turnaround, and Viper, not enough Feather Storms, gonna keep him alive after this one. Afreeca have done it. First it was Gen G, now the Afreeca Freecs have beaten Griffin in back-to-back games, and it reminds us of what happened, I believe, in the spring season towards the end. That was exactly what happened to Griffin heading towards those finals.
Right after the long break, too, is what ended up happening. So, Griffin, they're gonna